Hello everyone. In today's session, we will be talking about daily activities, or sometimes they are also called life skills or activities of daily living. And today we are going to talk about what are the different strategies through which you can teach the child to learn activities of daily living. So, as we know, we are familiar with the activities of daily living word. So, what are they actually? And before to start, I would like to tell you which website that I'm using. The website that I'm using for today's session is called thespectrum.org. I found this website quite helpful. The reason being, if you are a student and if you're preparing notes, or it would be very helpful for you to get the examples, everything on one website. Or if you are a professional and if you want to prepare a presentation, so readily all the material are available here. And you can also get inspiration from here to kind of create your own examples as well. So in this session, I'll be talking little bit about the website. Also, I'll be talking about the activities of daily living. So it will be a mix of everything. However, you can let me know what topics that you are looking out or what websites that do you want to know so that in the further sessions we can cover them also. So to begin with, as you can see, what are activities of daily living? Activities of daily living are nothing, but they are daily activities that we do from the time we get up in the morning. So for small kid, it can be like having getting up in the morning, brushing their teeth, having a bath, dressing up, then having their breakfast, and also going to their school. So as a child grows up, the activities of a daily living do keep on changing little by little, but the core remains the same. However, as we all know, children who are developmentally delayed or who are on the spectrum, they have difficulty to take the verbal commands. So it is not always good to always give them verbal command because the children will get bored. They will start throwing behaviors. So it is very important that there is a substitute for this, where instead of verbal commands, some kind of support is given to the child so that he or she can learn the activities of daily living by themselves because our end goal is to make them independent. So I hope you must have all heard about visual schedules. So we will be talking about the visual schedules in the coming sessions also. So so basically, again, let us go back to our topic, activities of daily living. So here are some of the examples that you can see, which include meal times. It includes self-care, sleeping, and toileting as well. So, as I have said, as the child grows up, the activities of daily living also little bit they change, but the core remains the same. However, it is advisable if by many special educators and other professionals who work with parents and their kids that apart from only verbal commands, some other supports like visual schedules are also given so that dependency on verbal command decrease. Now, however, coming forward, let us see what are the why are they important. So, activities of daily living are very important because it makes a child very independent. Now, you might say like why does a child need to be independent? The child needs to be independent so that he or she carries on their activities without much support. However, in certain conditions like CP and others, the child a little bit or he or she needs little bit support from the adult. That is fine, but at least a little. But however, it is important that the child does the activities to some extent by himself, which he or she can do. So, self-esteem. So, when the child does all the activities by himself, so he starts to develop a sense of self-confidence. This is only after when we start teaching the kid. So, once we start teaching the kid, we have identified that there are certain difficulties that the child is facing. And he or she is not able to, brush his teeth properly, or he or she is not able to have a bath properly. And we have used certain accommodations after all this, we start teaching the child. Now, once you start teaching the child, and as the child over the period, he or she has learned that a particular skill that you have taught, let it be toileting or wearing his clothes, buttoning or tying his shoelace, etc. So the sense of accomplishment comes in the child. He or she feels that he is more accomplished, and as a result he or she is less reliant on others. However, there are certain conditions where the children, they need support. As I have said, in CP in CP and that kind of condition, the children might need support, but that is fine as long as they are able to function function and do activities on a daily basis. And so moving ahead now, so basically, daily living strategies for people with autism. Because autism is a developmental difference, people with autism can often find it difficult to learn and manage everyday tasks, as I have said, by their own. So it is very important, like they would not know, like, what activity, when they get up in the morning, what activities have to be done. So, for example, if think about a day when you have got up and no schedule has been given to you and you have to go to office. So we would not know what to do. We uh, we will be lost because we have to go to office and no schedule has been given, no calendar has been given to see what meetings we have. So in this case, will not even we will be in great tension because we would not know what to do. And similarly, for the kids as well, it is very important that if you have a kind of a timetable, however, you can keep changing the timetable as and when depending upon the child needs. But having a timetable will always help the child to know basically what kind of how his day looks like. Uh, so, uh, so let us see what are the strategies. So you can help a person on the spectrum to develop daily living skills through step-by-step teaching techniques. Some of them are listed below, ensuring that they are aware of the necessity of the activity, breaking down the task into simple step-by-step routines, teaching them each step and encouraging them through the steps daily, and gently providing them prompts to support the completion of the task, and celebrating and rewarding success when the milestones are achieved. So it's very important that when you have picked up, so for example, when we have, if we have kind of targeted a particular goal, we have a particular goal in our mind as a parent or as a professional that we want to teach a particular task to the child. So what will we do? Firstly, we'll make a note of it at that particular task. Let us say yeah, let us say bathing, and then once that task is listed on, then we try to, what do? We try to kind of break them in the small steps and teach them step by step. So how we will do that, we'll see in the discussion that will come later. And also, once you break the step, you try to provide maximum support, and we will try to provide the maximum support to the child. And once in the form of prompts also, we are aware of the different kind of prompts that we have, like we have the full physical prompt, physical prompts, and so on. So depending upon where the child requires, so what is the level of the child, we'll provide that prompt. Now, that is very important. However, rewarding a child once he or she completes a task, we can also reward him. The kind of rewards that we can give him, like a praise, we can have a behavior chart where we are sticking, stars or a smileys. So remember, whatever your child likes and is very reinforcing, it can be like any cartoon stickers or Doraemon stickers that he likes, that you can stick it. So, this is an elaboration that we'll see how you can teach, as we are aware now, what are the activities of daily living. Now, we are all clear with the activities of daily living that include, from the time we get up in the morning, we start taking care of ourselves. Like, we kind of get up, make our beds. If we are adults, we make our beds, and then we go to washroom. We kind of freshen up ourselves in the form of brushing our teeth, having a bath, then wearing the clothes, and similarly going to our work. So is the same for the kids as well. So basically, it is very important to develop awareness of the child about toward these skills. And as I have said, you can have a visual timetable that will help the child to be aware of how his day looks. As I have told, most of the time, we adults or we parents, we assume that the kid knows what he or she has to do in the morning or in the afternoon or at the night. But our children do not have a clue how their day looks like. So it is very important to develop that awareness, and that we can develop through a visual timetable. And what does a visual timetable look? We will discuss in the coming session. Then choosing a goal that is appropriate for your age, for the age of the child. And it very important sometimes after this session or the other sessions that you might have heard others on online, we are very ambitious to start many goals at a time. So it might be very overwhelming for the child. So it would be better if you pick up a small goal that you want to teach your child, like let us say cleaning up the room, or kind of buttoning his shirt, or it might be filling a water bottle. So, depending upon what is the age of your child, prepare that kind of task. If the child is very small, do not pick up goals that are very high for the child, because the child will be at the end he will be end up being very frustrated. And it is very important that you break down the task. Now, let us say if you have picked up the goal of buttoning, then try to break down the task in smaller parts. For example, if you are trying to teach the child to button, then make sure that the child he already has some fine motor skills. He already has those skills, and you have already taught him, and his fine motor skills are better. So once that they are in place, you will start teaching him how to button his shirt. Now, we will come to teaching each step. It is important that you teach each step separately so that they can learn how to undertake the task incrementally. Make sure you check their occupational therapist also about the level of the task at hand. So we should not end up overwhelming the child. Remember that. And however, you can help them to learn each step by providing them with a lot of opportunities. So if you are giving a particular task, let us say you are giving him the task of filling water bottles, then create so many opportunities throughout the day. Like when the guests come, ask him to fill a water bottle and keep it. If he's going to school, ask him to fill the water bottle. If you are going out to some mall, or you are going out to market, ask him to fill a water bottle. So in this way, he does not feel as if you are teaching him something, but it feels as an opportunity, rewarding and praising also. So once he is done filling that water bottle, acknowledge him that I by giving him a high five, or and this way he feels more motivated to do the tasks, and visually showing them what to do. But if the child he is still kind of having difficult, if he is still he's at the learning phase, you can either show him by manually you doing, for example, let us say if you can fill the water bottle and operate, if you're filling it from an aquaguard, showing him how to fill the water from the aquaguard is also very important. Helping and prompting. So if the child is still in that learning phase, providing him appropriate prompts, like either physical prompt or verbal prompt, whatever your child might require, you kind of add that prompts on that level. So here see we can see one of the examples here, and in one of the examples they are showing how to how to kind of go for washroom. So the already that visual time, as I have said, visual schedule here, it is stuck. So we can see clearly that the child is opening the pants, he's sitting on that 40, and how so the different and how he's able to flush it and again sit, and so he's able to use the toilet. So in this way it is very easy for the child to identify the different steps that are required to complete the task. However, in the coming sessions, we'll be talking about more about all these steps more in detail. But however, I found this website quite helpful, which is called thespectrum.org. So I will be sharing the link with you in meanwhile, and also You can use this content. Reason being, I found it very helpful because it helped me to prepare my own content and prepare for PPT as well. And as I have said, if you are students and if you are looking out for preparing your own answers or preparing your own presentation, it might be really very helpful for you. And also let me know what other topics that you are looking out where we can talk and discuss. So remember, this is we are all learning together. And if you have any ideas that you would like to share or you would like me to answer, so you can write it in the chat box. So thank you, everyone. We will meet in the next session. Bye.